The case you are about to hear is one that investigators still struggle to explain. A case that began with shadows, with quiet disappearances, and with a killer who believed that darkness was the purest place a human soul could exist. Tonight, we unfold the disturbing story of Elias Hawthorne, later known by the name given by the media, the Silhouette Hunter. Before we start, I want you to pay attention to every detail, because unlike most serial killers, Elias left no fingerprints, no DNA, no digital trace. So let me ask you something. If you are the lead investigator on this case, what clue would have caught your attention first? Think about it. As we begin, it started in the quiet town of Graybridge, Massachusetts, a place with old wooden homes, thick forests, and streets that became pitch black after midnight. In October 2011, a 29-year-old woman named Melissa Rowan disappeared on her way home from work. Her car was found parked beside an abandoned textile mill, the driver's door open, the engine still warm, and no signs of struggle. No blood, no footprints, just absence. But investigators found something unusual. Melissa's phone had recorded a 4-second accidental video. Most of it was dark, blurred, chaotic, but in the final half-second, a tall human silhouette appears. Motionless, watching her. Some investigators said it was nothing but a shadow. Others swore they could see a man tilting his head, as if studying her. What do you think? Shadow? Or someone watching? 2 months later, it happened again. A 42-year-old schoolteacher, Aaron Maddox, vanished during his night jog near Pine Hollow Forest. Data from his smartwatch showed a sudden spike in heart rate at 9:14 p.m., followed by a flat line within seconds. His watch lay on the ground, perfectly intact. Next to it was a single shoe print. A men's size 13 boot, not Aaron's. The print wasn't smeared or distorted. It was clean, clear, and perfectly centered. Almost placid. Investigators instantly knew this wasn't sloppiness. It was a signature. Mensaje. 3 weeks later, the sheriff's office received an unmarked envelope. Inside was a single sentence typed on old paper. You only see the world when you remove the light. The letters were typed using a typewriter. No printer ink, no handwriting, no personal touch. Just the cold mechanical uniformity of the past, who in 2011 still used a typewriter. And why send a message to the police? The third victim, Rachel Quinn, a 21-year-old college student, wasn't missing. She was found. Her body lay carefully positioned on the floor of the same abandoned mill where Melissa Escar had been discovered months earlier. The scene looked staged, early, clean. Every light bulb in the building had been shattered except one, an old hanging lamp swaying above Rachel's body. Clenched in her hand was a small piece of paper. Do you see me now? This was when the FBI joined the investigation, because unlike the others, Rachel left behind something the killer didn't expect. A trace of ash on her clothing. Forensic analysis revealed it was from burnt paper, not ordinary office paper, but untreated vintage paper commonly used in typewriters from the 1960s. This meant the killer wasn't just using a typewriter. He was burning drafts. He wrote versions, destroyed them, and kept only the perfect copy. What kind of mind works like that? FBI profilers built the first psychological profile. Male, likely between 30 and 45 years old, above average intelligence, isolated upbringing, obsessive tendencies, ritualistic behavior, comfortable with dark or abandoned environments, and extremely organized. But there was one more thing. All victims were found near areas with no working lights. That was when one agent proposed the name that stuck for years, the Silhouette Hunter. Then, something unexpected happened. They found someone who claimed to have survived him. Emily Ward, a 33-year-old paramedic, said she encountered a strange man 2 nights before Aaron Maddox disappeared. She was driving home when her headlights caught a tall figure standing perfectly still in the middle of the road. Her description chilled investigators. Tall, wearing a dark coat, his face hidden in darkness, head tilted slightly, the same pose from the phone video. Emily said she froze for nearly 10 seconds. When she blinked, the figure vanished. But the most disturbing detail wasn't his appearance, it was what she felt. She said, "He wasn't looking at me, he was looking through me." Do you think she truly saw him? Or was fear distorting her memory? Investigators returned to the abandoned mill, determined to find what they had missed. After 6 hours using thermal cameras, drones, luminol, and cadaver dogs, they discovered a narrow maintenance corridor behind a collapsed wall. Inside, every inch of the concrete walls was covered in chalk drawings of human silhouettes, different shapes, different poses. Some were crossed out, others circled, but at the center was a crude outline labeled EH. This was the moment the FBI understood. These weren't drawings. They were targets. Every silhouette represented someone Elias had watched, someone he had considered. But the one labeled EIX, was he drawing himself? The case remained cold for months. No letters, no victims, no sightings, until a teenager named Liam Keating uploaded a video online. From his bedroom window, he had recorded a tall silhouette standing at the edge of the forests, perfectly still, facing his house. Like always, the figure vanished the moment Liam looked away for a second. The FBI tracked the location and searched the woods. What they found shifted the entire investigation. A hidden trapdoor buried under branches and dead leaves. It led to a small underground room. Inside were a vintage typewriter, a crate of old lanterns, burned scraps of paper, photographs of every victim taken from a distance, and a map of the town filled with red X's. But the most disturbing item was a notebook. On the first page, light distorts the truth. On the second, darkness reveals the real shape of people. And on the last, I only take the ones whose silhouettes whisper to me. EH. There was no doubt, now. The killer was Elias Hawthorne. No criminal record, no online presence, no family, no fingerprints in any database. A ghost. 2 days later, Elias was found in an abandoned farmhouse. He didn't run, didn't fight. He stood still in that same signature pose, tall, straight, head slightly tilted. During interrogation, he spoke almost nothing. His only complete sentence was, "People hide behind their faces. Shadows don't lie." Psychologists determined he had a rare perceptual obsession. Elias didn't see people the way others do. He fixated on silhouettes, the outlines, the shapes, the shadows. To him, a silhouette was the purest form of a person, stripped of emotion, identity, deception. He believed that darkness revealed truth. But the case took an even darker turn. Investigators revisited Liam, the teenager who recorded the mysterious figure. They found his school notebooks filled with hundreds of drawn silhouettes, some circled, some crossed out. When asked why he drew them, Liam said, "I don't know. They just appear in my head." The same obsession, the same compulsion, the same fixation that drove Elias. Was it influence? Coincidence? Or something deeper? Many agents now believe that Elias Hawthorne wasn't searching for victims. He was searching for someone who saw the world the way he did. Someone who would continue his work. The FBI never officially confirmed whether Liam had any involvement. He was released, but agents kept an eye on him for years. Some say he moved away. Others claim he was later seen near another missing persons case in a different state. Nothing was ever proven. And that leads to the final question of this story. Do you believe obsessions are contagious? Do you think someone can inherit darkness? Simply by looking at it. Tell me what you think.